a little bit cold coming in. My brain is already turned off because we're apparently not too far away from the game, so I missed what the second two maps were. Was it Inferno and what was the third? Was it Train?
Let's run this back. Hang on.
Actually, if we open it up on stream,
yeah, here we'll
be able to see.
Once it comes through on there, we'll get it locked in. Yeah, okay. We've passed into Inferno and then Nuke to Cider.
Nuke, okay, beautiful. Nuke will be a fun one once we get there, if we get there. But for now, it is, of course, time for a bit more Overpass. Let's see how we kick things off here. Macca, straight into the action, getting big info over towards the A site. As Rooster send a few members over towards Playground here. Slimy, whoa, think on a body. That's two big gushes, but still yet to find the pick.
All right, then. Quite a pacey one. I mean, Toilets control. Macca's up tight for it.
Oh, look at the timing.
Oh, it could be unbelievable. Macca! Oh, he gets two. The USP timing play round Toilets. Oh, mate, he's come back from the wedding. He's still got some dance moves left.
Yeah. Sliding into all the right places. Exercise. We're going to take contact, and Body still fighting solo. Will be found eventually, bringing it back to the 3v3. And that's huge for Rooster, but ASAP missed opportunity to hit that flick. And one more player over towards, oh, the truck side. It's awkward, but Graviti won't be able to flick back. It's Slimy, good on the pistols yesterday, and coming through with a big couple of kills already. But they're just trying to concoct exactly where Lucky's coming from. And I like how they're playing this, staying together. Should time themselves in their favor. TJ jumping across, but that's going to be the bomb hitting the ground. And Lucky has isolated both fights. TJ, where's he taking the package? Back to A, and with 10 seconds, he's got to force a plant at some point.
Yeah, got to be swift, man. Tries to get front sight, get the bomb back down. 1v1, lose this round. TJP's going to go ballistic. Lucky looking for the simple clutch, and it's the snap to the cranium. Oh, you felt that one? All right, Mac. There's twists and turns already.
Yeah, that was a rough one for Rooster. They were right on the money up until Macca managed to just go for the perfectly timed push.
I know.
Oh, that's crazy that that's ended up like that. And even up until the point where they just weren't facing together, Lucky managing to find himself a nice little line to play on, you know, body coverage, only a little head poking up over the stairs there. An awkward angle for any player to try to track. But moving into the second, at least with the bomb plant, that does salvage the economy somewhat. So you're going to see the force here.
Also, got to be said as well, if it continues throughout this series, there's something special about Slimy in pistol rounds. He has got it, mate. He's got the gift of the gab. Like, you remember, what was it? It was CT half over T pistol yesterday when he was just, what was it, like a 3K defense USP, snapshots on the site. He's just banging people out. He's just been looking crisp, man. Every time we see him in like an awkward 1v2, 1v3 with a pistol, so damn good with it. He's got that like Messi touch to the pistols. That's what you need. It's when you're born with a little pistol, you know what I mean? You're ready for those rounds. It's always fun to see.
Not about the size, it's about how you use it.
Exactly.
Not about the cost, it's about how you use it. It's almost the same thing, you know. But over to
what it really goes down to is how you use it, right?
Yeah.
No matter what else, Mac.
Let's see how Rooster use it this time. Chell. Pre-scope, looking to clear the close lines, and we're going to see this three-man setup with all the bloody rifles here. With the A site, Body just barely putting the crosshair in the wrong position. Lucky on the front side of bathrooms will get mopped up, and that's going to be some beautiful openings to get a three-man advantage. But look who's here. Man's on the scene. Graviti won't be there for long. It's Exorcist in the 1v5 angle. And they're going to be looking for him already on the hunt. You got TJ over towards that B site looking to cut off the rotation out to safety. And this is a clean round out of Rooster. It looked very familiar to what they did on the pistol, except this time they were ready for everything.
I think a couple interesting things as well, right? Like thinking back to yesterday, more so than anything, dude, it was the fact that it just felt like it took, late into the game, really, until we saw sort of any kind of impact from Terry on, like, CT side. He was pretty slow. But weirdly, when he did start to show up, you could see mechanically he was ripping heads, but, like, it's just, there wasn't enough of those rounds. So if they get the ball rolling earlier here as well, I know that's kind of another focal point that might pop up at some point, but I'd love to see Terry get into that groove, because we had some of the other key features of this roster showing up yesterday, bud, and I think that would be the interesting part, because it is a little bit more of a weakened 3D Max side, technically, right? You know, you're still kind of contending with waking up, even if Macca's not really showing signs of it yet with the opening pistol play. Early doors, though, 1-for-1, you get that trade back into it. Let's see if they have any issues here.
You'll see if the force buy can work out. Obviously, Rooster were quite rough at dealing with these yesterday. So we'll see if they can navigate the storm here. Against the likes of 3D Max, Zap going to be able to find the head and that 2-tap. As Graviti retrieves the FAMAS. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Ooh, and the boost timing was almost perfect there, but just didn't get too much damage onto the T's. Graviti constantly re-peeking, re-fighting from every angle, man-made or not. And this is the thing I love about Overpass. When teams get proactive with the team play like this, just boosting up multiple different angles over and over, just keeping the opponents guessing. And once they get that info, they're just going to rotate early. It's a fast rotation from lower up to A. And they're going to beat Rooster to the A site. If they decide to come this direction, ooh, intelligent, back down they go.
Yeah, it's a nice slow round on it, man. I mean, 28 seconds, B site completely vacant. You got a welcome mat down. They're going to go back out through monster side, smoke up top. Don't have the full info, obviously the site's clear yet. Entry together. Make sure they can get this one through. Should be obviously free from this point, realistically. Get that bomb down. You're not going to want to throw too much at it once the penny drops. And just let this one tick through.
I think yesterday we learnt a good lesson about what a full shock cockroach is. But maybe today we get to learn what a full shock cock is. You know, learning from their mistakes. The Rooster boys maybe adapting between the days.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you weren't present yesterday, by the way, welcome, class. Good morning. Welcome back. You know, nice to all have you with us for another day here at the Mackie and Jackie ESL Pro League Season 22 Sweden Safari Breakfast Show.
Educational show now, of course.
Yeah, we've added that bit in, right? And obviously we were teaching many lessons yesterday. There's a lot you would have left with, gifts of knowledge. And
Some that you didn't ask for, but look, you got.
I think most probably not. But hey, maybe someone liked it. Maybe it was fun. Some good knowledge. To be fair, I don't think anyone could impersonate the full shot cockroach. It's just, I think that is Inner Circle's TM, you know? That's fully trademark, mate. Not pay royalties.
Look, to be fair, a headless cockroach apparently able to find its way around. And I've heard stories that headless chooks also can kind of find their way around. So maybe there's a correlation between a cockroach and a real cock.
I just let that one ruminate for a sec. Just let that. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just see. Let's see where it ends up, Mac. where it'll go. On
How far it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. And there it is, reaching the finish line.
Great job, Roger.
Of course, his name's Rog, obviously. Yeah, Big Rog.
Big
That's
Roger.
out. Yeah.
Well, this B site looking like it will be under fire from the Rooster boys. Edging out of Monster. TJP going to be able to crab walk under the line, catch Exercise off guard. And again, the 3 Max boys are unable to have too many opportunities to actually fire here. Graviti going to get caught with util in hand, and this is looking easy peasy for a save again. Just keep that Kevlar alive, give yourselves a financial chance moving forward to get as much utility on the board into another gun round. Terry, he's here and he's fragging today. There it is, 4-1. Looking completely reversed from what we saw from him yesterday.
Nice, actually. It's good to see. Fun facts about the giraffe model and also the little elephant that you can find there. Both of those are from Left 4 Dead 2, mate.
There you go.
There you go, little fact for you. For anyone seeking information, there's some information for you. You're right, though, bro. And I would love to see some big plays from Terry over the flow of this entire series as well, man. I think a lot of it is just sometimes the oppressive nature of, like, the situation he's in, right? You're getting run down with the execs, like B-side, CT side, trying to play behind barrels. It was just so uncomfortable, quite a few of those rounds. There he is. Look at that elephant. You can find it on, what's like the carnival level? I can't remember what it's called, mate. Dark Carnival. There you go, Dark Carnival. Classic. But yeah, bro. Terry looking pretty good right now. Let's see more of that.
I also did get a bit of analysis from one of the coaches from Rooster yesterday. Shout out Veridian.
Oh, yeah.
Boys realised that on their Overpass game yesterday, there was a lot of moments where players weren't even able to shoot back because the flash game from G2 was just so damn good. So we'll see if there is going to be some adjustments today in how Rooster end up playing that CT side. Because they were getting caught kind of out in the open very frequently.
He's done it again, Mac. Graviti. He's just walking at him. It's the classic Graviti play. He's just got
right down the middle.
Deep and gone. Yeah, that's mad. All right. ASAP was almost like I had to give him the, the Patrick Stewart, like, triple take. He was a bit confused coming down the ladder. Like, hello?
What are you doing here? We'll see if the pressure down the guts continues. For the moment, it is just con control. Graviti watching his own back at a moment's notice. And Macca as well, just hunting for info. He's actually timed this to perfection again. It's pistol round all over. First found. Got Chell caught mid-reload. But they're just going to keep on going forward, which pushed them straight into the meat grinder and 3D Max. They are not going to get caught off guard this time. It's a beautiful mop-up from Lucky and Body. Crossfire, way too strong there on the A site. And Rooster forced straight into it. So Graviti setting the round up for success, and then Rooster just taking a little bit too long without the con control. I guess didn't feel confident enough to try to rotate, try to regain any control for the rest of the map, especially with minimal time remaining on the clock. Another recurring factor with Rooster as well. Starting to play some rounds incredibly slow. And just not leaving themselves room to make decisions, rotate or breathe.
Yeah, it has looked a bit uncomfortable at times, mate. He's done it again. There he is, Graviti. It's mad how consistent. Like, it literally just has an orbit of death to open up these rounds. He looks for the opening frag in a different part of the map, no matter where he is. Graviti's always on the move, keeping you guessing. The opening pathing just has been big from him. The Rooster are going to hate that one, of course. I mean, ASAP down to 18. You lose TJP. TJP on Overpass, particularly versus G2 as well, was obviously a pretty big force to be reckoned with. Not only with the vocal cords, but with how he was fragging. And I noticed on Inferno, he slowed down a lot when he wasn't able to get a move on in the fragging department. The nade's big, but is the follow-up damage there? Trying to collapse on the site. You've got defense all around, exercise inside of the smoke. Slimy with a backup of Terry, looking for the close quarters push. Graviti suspicious about this. It's uncomfortable, Mac.
Claustrophobic even. And that smoke's got about 5 more seconds on it before we see what happens. Exercise head down. Won't be spotted initially, but with the bomb down, Rooster happy to try and fall away. Terry going to be caught trying to pull util out, and things getting more and more awkward as the round goes further. ASAP looking just to keep a rifle into the next, I would say. Hoping that maybe the HE could do something. Who was sticking it? It was lucky, so that HE would not have had enough impact, and that's going to be that. The third round found for 3D Max as they start to warm up in the morning. I wonder when Macca flew in, by the way, if it was like a last night job or if it was straight in today.
I mean, I think he was there with the coffee and the coat on, so maybe early, you know, maybe one of the early fellas.
Yeah, get up at 4 a.m. How long is the flight to Sweden from? I'm assuming it's France. He's coming from.
Oh, I don't know, like a couple hours at most.
2 hours.
Yeah, right. It can't be that far geographically.
So you're looking at like a 4 or 5 hour morning, and then the 40 minutes from, I'm guessing, direct from the airport straight to the studio.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Please get me to the Pro League server right now.
Yeah.
Sir, this is an Uber.
Body respected. And we'll just be able to hold that line in playground. Let's see how ASAP's clearance is here in Con. Doesn't clear the left side nor the right side. Fully focused on the top with all that noise raining through from Macca. The bait, no switch, and no chance. Terry, unable to turn it on. And, that's a...
It's quite a sad one, isn't it?
It's I was going to say a nice place to fall, but I guess it's also a bad place to fall.
I suppose how you look at it, you know? Maybe it could be like, go out with a bang. When you die in Counter-Strike, make sure you do it on a slide. You know?
Yeah. I could see that one working for sure.
Be like a funeral advert. Oh, mate. Well, it's been a slippery slope for the grasp of the game for Rooster release. TJP's trying to get a grip back on things as I look down towards Monster's side. You're seeing glimmers of it. A couple nice snapshots coming out from him. Back to old habits, walking up through connector side. This time Macta's covering it though. Scoped up on the angle. Burst out with a tech. Maybe you can create space. Make a bit of a play towards mid here. First bullet's missed. Okay. There's a window, Mac.
Yeah. Flash forward, body. Unfortunately, goes a little too early. We'll get team flashed. Retreating, throwing up the white flag and making it back towards that A site. But Rooster again, it feels like they're a two-trick pony. And they're going to be caught potentially just walking forward here in bathrooms. Terry, the timing of the peak looked good, but the shot from Macca, a little bit sharper. And it's just going to be a slower approach again. Jiggle there, seen, spotted. Chell won't be able to do anything but give the package across to the CTs. And that time is ticking down. Sap only able to find one in the midst of the action. And it's Slimy and TJ, who are quite separated. Package going to be left. The Slimy just plays close. And CT's beautiful crossfire setup. 10 seconds to plant, and it will just be the save. Rooster putting higher value on these AKs than the round itself. That's a glorp if I've ever seen one.
Bloody hell, mate.
It's a whole interesting situation going down. But it feels like, you know, the Rooster boys are a bit more flaccid coming into today's game as opposed to the first couple of rounds that we had yesterday. You know, given the Oceania a whole bunch of hope. Today, it feels like 3D Max have started to find their stride, especially more so than yesterday. But look, it's early days. Also, if you guys have any, you know, fun facts about France, fun facts about chickens, roosters even, feel free to send them in, DHL mailbag at efg.gg. Also, just in Twitch chat, we're keeping our eyes on that one. Much more instant. Currently trying to find access to the mailbag myself, just to keep the eyes on it. So let us know. Safe for work facts only, please. Guys, I know it is early in the morning. No time for any silly buggers like yourselves. And Rooster again going for a slower approach straight down the guts, looking for the bathrooms control. Flash connecting somewhat, but there has been so much damage done by Lucky. Big chip damage. Pace change, gets Sap onto site, and there is going to be room to fight, but Slimy unable to connect upon anything with the AK, which will get recycled. Chell only good for another one. But it is just a solid streak of rounds being brought out from 3D Max. It's 5 in a row now. And Rooster, no matter what they're throwing at him, 3D Max are kind of just sitting back, falling back, playing safe on A. And the crossfires, too much to deal with.
Bloody hell, mate. There we go then. Things getting a little bit more bumpy. To start us off here today, Swedish Safari. Wasn't looking too bad, but started to really grind to a bit of a halt. Some of these slower rounds for Rooster, just not being able to find too much to execute with. Late round being shut down by 3D Max here. Round 10 live now. Stack over with the nades. Ooh, Chell with the entry. That's onto Graviti. It's a good opening pick, actually. This is what we wanted, Mac. Find themselves a little bit of stock early. Opening play to build off. Mac has scoped in, ready for it. Do bypass on the cross back, though. Good read towards short side.
I liked that cheeky angle from Wood. But Maka receding it. And again, just looking to rotate into more passive positions. It has been successful so far here for 3D Max. Given a lot of space to play with here. Oh, and Shell's shadow will just be seen. Lucky focused over towards a boost. And Maka unable to connect there on that cross to site. It's dry, it's fast. And Rooster are going to be able to tear straight through the B-site defenses for 3D Max. And like that, it's explosive. And it's left body solo over towards A.
Oh dear. Not ideal for 3D Max, but the dream for the boys. Straight back out. TJP can bring the AWP back over as well. Give that to Chell into the next if he wants to try to take a pick with it. Heating things up a little bit. I mean, CT side, if they get going as well, buddy, it could still be pretty nice for them. Cross is good for body. Denies one on the exit, takes away the gun from Slimy.
Yeah. Now, I did do a quick shout out to everyone in the chat, and we do have one fun fact that has been submitted by the Ultra Frost. Thank you.
Ooh.
Apparently, I don't know, I'm not fact checking any of this. You can be my fact check, Jackie. Roosters crow to assert dominance. So if we see them shout, we know what's going on. So keep your eyes on TJ.
There you go. That sounds viable. That sounds like a believable fact. I think we'll approve that one.
Oh, how about instead of real facts, just real facts, how about you guys give us potentially facts you just make up, or real facts, and we have to guess if they're
enough. Oh, I see.
Real or not.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Fact or fiction, perhaps.
Send them in. That can be the show, you know. Swedish Safari, fact or fiction.
Yeah, that's our 10:54 a.m. scheduled programming. So that's starting now, so make sure you get those submitted if you're present in the classroom, of course.
And if you weren't here, remember to let us know that you're late or tardy. You got to type it in the chat. If you don't type it in the chat, look, we'll be grumpy at you. I was going to say we'll give you some kind of forfeit that you have to do. But at this point, look, there's no way for us to enforce that realistically, and I don't want to false promise anything. Well, this round...
Promises, mate. Yeah. It's certainly not a gimme if they were promised it. Someone's lied to them, but hey, TJP and Terry, all that's really left.
It's good to see that 3D Max are feeling themselves somewhat, though. I think 4's a good showing historically on Overpass for the T side, but the more the merrier for sure. Ooh, got right up in that, didn't we?
Could be close there.
Yeah.
A little bit scared. It can't happen. Do you know that chickens can dream, Mac?
I'd love that. If it's real,
true. Yeah, it's true.
I'm happy for him. You know, dreams are great. Dreams are a good thing.
Well, technically, like, it's even cooler for chickens because obviously they experience REM sleep like humans do. So rapid eye movement, right? So they can dream. Like, that's real. But also, because of the way their brains work, they can sleep with one half of their brain active whilst the other rests in REM sleep. So they could basically sleep with one eye open, you know, and be ready for predators or anything like that.
Yeah, they'd be like perfect gangsters.
Yeah, you'd never catch them slipping, you know?
Yeah. A little bit crazy on one side of the brain and always ready to go on the other side. That's great.
That's the downfall of humanity. If, like, chickens get gigantic and become gangsters, you've predicted it. Like, it's not AI, it's gangster chickens that are huge.
The downfall of humanity. And hold that thought because we have a bit of action coming right at exercise through this smoke. Oh, 3 Ts, a little bit too many to deal with. Graviti going to double down with a head down over towards Toxic. Flank covered. And a man advantage for Rooster, but do they hard clear Toxic? Smoke on mid-site and Molly towards lower. And Graviti able to activate for the first. Head still down. Smoke to try and buy some extra time. And in the meanwhile, ASAP, with a whole minute on the clock, he's going to be able to lurk his way through A. Could call for the bomb to come back, but it is going to be the flank. They're keeping 3D Max here as best as they can. And Maka spotted, but it's no secrets left anymore. Graviti just playing headshot with a flash going his way. Oh, over towards the pillar. He'll be traded. Last man, not expected, but the trade game is good. And Rooster will be able to end the half with 5 on the board. 3D Max lead by 2 as we head into the half.
And welcome back to Rooster taking on 3D Max. We're going into the second half. The second half of this game is brought to you by our famous Australian of the game, Hugh Jackman.
Oh, what a legend.
Thanks, Hugh.
Absolute legend, Hugh.
That was nice of him, wasn't it? All the famous Australians coming out and support a Rooster.
Definitely one of the Australians of all time, for sure.
He's up there, yeah.
Absolute great. Met at Wolverine one time.
Other notable Australians, Kylie Minogue.
Yep, Kylie Minogue. Who else? Let's say Elfish guy. I'd say he's pretty notable.
Yeah, true, actually. I think he's the most famousest out of all of them.
Most famousest. Yeah.
That's in his
Is that like
Twitter
when you
bio,
assist someone in getting famous? You're a famousist?
Oh, God, yeah. Like he's getting everyone else fame.
Yeah.
The fame consultant.
So selfless. So honourable. Well, ASAP. Wanted to go down with some honour fighting for that short control, but we'll just fall off instead with the Julies. And 3D Max, they still have the package over towards the A site. Exercise walking into Terry's crosshair. That's going to be first blood drawn by the Cox. 4v5 now. And we were in a similar position before, but 3D Max still were able to make this round work out. Chelios, however, solo towards the A site will take another name. But in the meanwhile, it is just going to be Terry left towards B. Body looking to lurk his way through with that smoke. Is that going to be enough space to try and play with? Looks like we are going to see 3D Max hitting the pause button towards B. Back towards A they go, and the bomb should be spotted shortly.
I mean, you'd back them to close this now. They've had some pretty good streaks on the old pistols. And with TJP in a prime angle, Chelios transitioning that AWP to pistol action and giving us a nice little closer there. They do get what they wanted. So a little bit of heat for the boys. They're not getting too loud. They'll temper it, take it one round at a time. But they're smirking. The vibes are good. More importantly, you're getting yourself a huge pistol round, Mac.
Yeah, you'd love to see that. Love to see that as well. And you said that they're getting what they want, and we're getting what we want as well. We asked for some submissions from chat into the DHL mailbag as well, and we got some. We got some, which were potentially true, potentially not true Rooster facts. Now, as we just have Glocks here, we can go over a couple of them. So, do you think this is real or not? The fleshy red skin that hangs from a rooster's neck is called a wattle.
Ooh.
Do you think that's real or not?
I think that is true, but for some reason I thought it was like a gizzard. But yeah, I'm going to go for true. I'm going to lock in true.
It probably is around the gizzard, but maybe the actual, the dangly bit itself is colloquial or wattle. You never know. Well, there you go. We'll call that true. I think we'll call
I can confirm. Yeah,
factual.
I've run the algorithm. It's confirmed true. It's real.
Got one more before this Glock round's done. Roosters actually use over 30 different types of noises to communicate different types of messages. So when roosters start talking Spanish, then they're obviously getting ready to smash 3D Max like a piñata.
Brilliant. There we go. That's ideal. That's what you need.
Real or not?
Oh, also, I mean, that one's probably 100% real. No?
I think
written all over it.
You had me in the first half. I didn't veto. I didn't.
Not towards the tail end. Yeah, like towards the tail end, it kind of peters off. I don't know. That's up to ambiguity. That's up to you.
Epic 2K Destroyer for that one. That was golden.
Hey, we did get one emailed through as well. We've just been sent in. Yeah, this one's roosters have regional accents, just like humans. So roosters from different regions or breeds can have a distinct crowing style. A fellow cock enjoyer. Hashtag fear the cock. Thank you, fellow cock enjoyer. We appreciate you writing into the show through the mailbag. Oh, yeah, I mean, to be fair, mate, there's a surprising amount of different animals that all do have, very distinct different dialects, like the way they speak. Like an English cat would sound different to like an American cat.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Crazy how they do that, right? Making them noises.
It's wild too, because it's not just like we think, English is spoken in different ways, but it's also the same with a lot of other different languages too. Like say if I try to speak, because I'm trying to learn Mandarin, right? It probably doesn't sound as citrusy as the locals.
You got to work on it, man. You know,
Yeah.
it just takes time. It's like, I bet if I tried to, I don't know, speak to a different dog, if I was a dog, it'd be kind of awkward, no? If you're like, this guy's just barking all over the place, like none of it makes any sense. Yeah. If you're kind of like this round, you're trying to decipher it through the mist with 25 seconds left, everyone's barking, you don't know what's happening. Suddenly Mac has killed someone, that dog's got a gun, I don't know what's going on, Mac. 18 seconds. Oh, he's walking right into him.
Oh, it's the bomb.
There we go, Terry.
That was chaos.
Yeah.
In the midst of it all, that was a... Oh, the sounds are back.
He's actually on as well. He's activated now. We're off with like dog talk, and he's in. He is the big dog.
That's all it took. One gun round. Hit him with a WTF, nice and loud, and I'm sure we are going to get a bit of loudness straight back from 3D Max.
What the fuck?
Another classic. Oh, back to the low buy again for 3D Max. Mac could just jump in, and I believe on that jump peak, he would have seen Chell crossing towards that short side of Monster, so he could be in for a rough affair, but he'll stay on a more aggressive angle, at least for the first pick attempt. He does have a helping hand, but Terry can't see a damn thing, and the Flash game too good. Tech 9, not as good as the Flash. Unfortunate there, as Macca is going to do his damnedest to, unfortunately, HE himself.
Oh, it's a slippery grenade, Mac. It's a windy day.
Of course, windy
Let
day.
him off. It's a windy day.
That was a rough one.
Mate,
Yeah, 3D Max feeling a little bit of pressure now, I guess.
It feels that way, right? They kind of got hit with the gale force wind. That like play out towards B. They all folded over. You ever seen those videos like bins in England when it gets really windy and they're barreling down the roads? That was 3D Max, bro. They just got taken out. All right, Rooster are living it right now. This is kind of the dream for them. And Chell actually going a bit aggro in towards mid-side as well, looking to create space with the AWP. And they've read onto this one. I mean, you mostly stack towards B. Flick over on the jump. Oh, mate. He went for it, though. Respect on it.
Love to see that as well. A lot of confidence, but straight back to the site he goes. Not wanting to give up any opportunity. Of course, the AWP as well. You don't want that in the hands of Macca, who is performing a little better than some of the other boys that were here yesterday. It's all about the timing game, and we'll see when Exercise decides that he wants to strike the B site. Re-smoke on Monster. You got that close Monster set up once more. And no one keeping eyes on short for them as TJ decides to rotate towards the A site. 40 seconds. And 3D Max, they're just counting the util, trying to figure out how many of those smokes have been thrown down towards Monster. And it's going to be a very late round pop.
Exercise finally goes in. Ooh. Barrels out through short side to try sell the idea of this rotate, but the true play, final 12 seconds, comes sprinting towards A, and Chell from the back of the truck hits him heavy. Oh, it's good damage for 2, but he wants more, shuts down Lucky, denies the bomb plant, and cooks long enough to get through, looking for that pick on Macca. Oh, they just lynch through. Terry grabs it, mate. Oh, skin of their teeth. I know, that's big.
Chell, he's got a big smile on his face. Huge hold from Truck. Also, both of them able to take out Macca just after the clock strikes 0 and just before the end of the round completely. But they'll take it. Financially in a very good position now. Crispy couple of shots. Look at that one a couple of times. And this is classic Chelios. He's got so much oxygen in the pipes. Wow.
He was going for a while there. That's good.
Fun fact about TJ, before he had a semi-pro career, or pro career, I guess now, in Rooster, he was a caster.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got the pops, you know?
I can imagine him going ballistic on the mic. Yeah, dude. Get him in. Let's draft him in. He could cast and play, bro. You can see he's got the skill set for it. It's interchangeable.
I'd love to see him on the mic.
Oh, yeah. With how this series is going, Mac, I think you'll get many opportunities to hear him at least.
Yeah. The sounds of the wild TJP. I'd love to hear anyone else piping up though. You know, they used to have a couple of individuals like 80K that would also get a little bit louder.
Yeah, match that energy, keep it going.
Yeah.
Got to be done sometimes, you know. G each other up a little bit. You get the vibes feeling good, mate. Worked yesterday.
Yeah. I think Nedic was even getting involved before he disappeared over to FlyQuest. He still does get a little loud for FlyQuest. It's been, you know, a learning curve for him, but he's giving it his best. All right, faster approach through short now. Straight up towards the B site, and Graviti holding W already over towards Sandbags, and the CT seem none the wiser. But they're not giving him a thing. And the hero AK not able to find anything in the shape of an opening towards the B side of the map. I think we're going for an early pop here. Graviti contacting out. No one facing Monster. And if Sap falls, ooh, B side defense could crumble. Yeah, a little worrying. Slimy going to be able to get some extra damage done from the heavens. And it's just a full flood all across the site now. Mac are going to try to recycle that AK, but Terry, ooh, turning it on for a couple, but not enough. It seemed to be all him in the round. No one else really getting too much else done. And that was just almost full contact. Maybe a single flash in the mix, but it was enough to just take B.
Yeah, got in close, made it uncomfortable, suffocated them. Rooster not being able to hold back on that one. I actually thought this was going to be the step-up play, man.
Yeah.
Back up from Terry. Back it up, Terry, on the bomb site, literally. Like, man was making plays, but too little, too late. It's not enough in that round. It's still looking good overall for the boys here. First map on Overpass. You're leading right now. It's a weakened 3D max. There's some pep in their step. Chell going for the boost as well, mate. Switching it up top sides, looking for the peak down. Exercise with a spot, instant fall off. Baits it for the info as well. They pushed out on shorts. Ooh, that one stings.
Zap just having too much to look for. Slimy pushing a smoke, getting his head ripped off in con. Oh. The boost at least able to find something there for Chell, which is one way to hit back, but it's all three members down towards the B site, and surely they're aware of this. Terry, crosshair on the right position. We'll be able to bring it back to the 3v3, but now they surely know that there's three on B. Bomb has been left right behind, and if the push comes through towards con here, Rooster might just be able to catch themselves the timing. Terry, hot on the heels, won't be close enough to hear Graviti on the rotate. But I think Chell may be calling it right now. So we'll see what Terry can maybe do on the Giga flank. If he can get a pick, the round could still be there. Info on one of the members of 3D Max with that shot from body. And Terry's not gone long. It's bathrooms that he's after.
Walking out, but with no real chance to get much of a look in or any sort of stock back into this one. It's another round you're going to have to concede, of course. So 3D Max get themselves back to 9, one away from level pegging here. The save is important at least. Kelios warming up a bit with the AWP. It's nice to see Terry getting the AK through the round as well. Keep that bad boy in his arms. 12 kills to his name right now. Struggling on some of the more simple rounds, the gimmies you should be picking up. We had some similar tendencies yesterday, so hopefully that doesn't rear its head towards the tail end of this one. But it's on, mate. Certainly a game to be had.
Cheeky technical just to buy a little bit of time. Hopefully it won't be too long before the issue is sorted.
It's the Rooster curse. I don't know how they do it, bro. It sneaks in. It gets them when they least expect it. But this time it's quick. So don't worry about it. It doesn't even matter. It won't affect it.
Yeah. Good turnaround time on that one. Thank you, admins. And straight back into the fun we go. Heavier stack with the 1-4 splits between A and B. Short molly, but no short control. 3D Max. They're looking to put more presence over towards the A side of things. Slower approach, expecting maybe the change up from Rooster. But with the save and a bit of a low buy around it, there's still a very good chance in the round here. Rooster making sure that they've got a good amount of smokes just to try and block. Oh, I don't think this timing for Slimy is going to be good. Yeah, a little bit too wide there and tucked at the sign. HE almost polishes him, and the airstrike does the job. No one here to hold. TJP gonna just be able to slide his way out to truck in time. Trade game looks good, but it's all about the wrap and how he puts these crosshair in the right positions. But he won't be able to for another. And 3D Max, I was going to say suffering from success, but again, this package has been left so far away. And it's going to be a very slow end to the round if it's just another save call.
Yeah, going to take quite a while on this one, all things considered. Maybe there was a chance that you might have found some sort of look in, but with Maka just holding, you're going to push down, wander into one another. Should still be a similar outcome. Shame, really, man. A couple of these uncomfortable rounds happening again. Similar sort of mental position to be in on that CT side. You just need to save these guns, get it through, run it back. 10-10 though, and that's where the magic starts to wear off a little bit. It gets far more worrying now. Hey, sort of buffers taken out the window. You were getting a good groove on this, Mac. You know, they were racking these up. It hit a little bit of a wall now. Couple rounds back to back. Just got to fix things. Just got to focus on the here and now. It's all good for the boys.
It feels like 3D Max are slowly figuring them out, though. You know,
Yeah.
like last couple of rounds, just doing all the right things, and since that round where they just pumped B dry, it's forced Rooster to have that sort of second thought in the back of their minds that they need to be heavier towards that B site, giving a lot of space for 3D Max just to take toilet control with minimal utility. And then again, like, what can Slimy really do in that position? Just gets mistimed. Doesn't have any long control. You can't back your way out of sign and just get airstruck. So it feels like it's just back to basics for 3D Max.
Yeah, that's been working. You know, it does sort of feel like it's again one of those games where Rooster had all the right pieces. They were getting into a good groove, and then, like you say, the longer it goes on, you can't really run those same errors, and things are falling back in line as well. It seems like it's all starting to snap into place again for 3D Max, at least on their T-side campaign. Let's put a new angle on it, though. Let's see what we get here. Round 21. I mean, it's all tied up, 10-10 apiece, full buys on either side, so room to breathe on it. The round can ruminate. Early utility thrown out, quicker pace play once again from 3D Max to take a bit of control round towards B. Set up outside of short here.
No one in the position for this boost to be effective. We'll see if they're caught in transition. Lucky going to be able to sneak his way forward, get the opening. Chell, hungry for the trade, but doesn't want to overstep. Won't be able to connect, but gets good info on 2 of the remaining 3D Max members. Which he hits the mark. Incent to try and buy some extra time, but he hasn't called for a rotate just yet. Still looking to do it all himself. And Body has managed to sneak through this long smoke in the meanwhile. Scope going to be heard. And he's got pretty much full site control, able to confirm that with the pick onto Chell. And it might just be save time again for Rooster.
Man, you know what's worrying now as well is it just feels like because it's put you in such a box with your confidence, right?
Yeah.
We're just not seeing any of those plays. Like you're waiting for them. Pretty much just get to set the tempo around every single time. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like you've kind of lost that killer instinct for it. Even like Chell towards mid-side getting a bit more aggro. No, it's risk adverse as well, especially with how low the money's been. But trying to just instigate something, get a first pick on the board, throw sort of some of your weight around. Just hasn't been there. So 3D Max in the lead now, 11-10.
See if Rooster put a bit more risk into the next round. I feel like that's kind of what they're missing. You know, this is what the fun kind of Rooster was yesterday. Was them looking to fight fire with fire. Try and go toe-to-toe with, you know, this aggression that Graviti keeps on displaying, right? As well as Lucky with a beautiful opening and then body to close coming out along. Like maybe it's time for the change to try and fight for something. Or maybe that's what 3D Max want. This time it's faster up short already at Monster. Only one player here on B, but there's a double boost over towards ABC. And that's not going to find too much value. Oh, they're just torn through. Terry still just turning around, trying to find anything there through the smoke on headshot. But it's hard to place that crosshair when you can't see a damn thing, and it might be the beginning of the end. One round more needed because Slimy is not winning the 1v4 here.
Nah, man's sick with the pistols, but not on this. Far too tall of an order. He'll peace out, round will tick by. Damn, bro. 3D Max then getting to at least map point here on Overpass to start off the series first. It's Rooster's pick. You know, obviously we saw some good signs of life at points yesterday out with him. It looked like it was all clicking today, but it's just gone cold, man. Need to reheat things, like warm it up a bit in the middle. There's
literally
no fight.
Off the back of that B round that they lost. All fire was gone. It was just nerves, and they're not playing like they were for the other, like, 20 rounds before that, you know? It's just,
it's weird,
3D Max are just like, what is going on? Why are these rounds so easy? Like, we're sitting here watching, and they look like easy rounds. So, Rooster looks like they have lost the Riz here on Overpass, and they might need to rekindle themselves moving into Inferno. Similar two maps to what they played yesterday, so surely there's a little bit of video that they could try to improve on in the last 24 hours. And look, another advantage to maybe having a coach and, you know, all of this experience moving forward is Rooster have actually been taking tactical timeouts this season. I think they were last season as well, but a year ago, they just didn't. They just don't take timeouts.
Well, that's always an improvement. And hopefully here, man, that timeout has some impact to, like, just switch them back on, give them some fight. It's now or never. I mean, it's still a viable chance if you can get a little bit more stock in the game. 2 rounds. Hell, we could be discussing OT, but it's back to classics to kick this one off, it seems. Early damage done. Terry and TJP. You're saying Rooster need Riz. You know, that's 2 of the Rizzlers on this team taking some heavy hits early, mate. It's not looking great.
And another hitting the ground. Oh, Slimy baited, but can he get more than one? Almost a triple, which would have been huge, but there's still so much space to play with on the A site, and the 2 remaining players are already on 30. TJ, solo play, going to be caught off, and this will be that. Terry, knife out, caught on the rotation. It is 3D Max, Stonks rising, looking like they were fully locked in towards the end of that game. And Mac up, turning up, like that's just a whole bunch of help in it.
Yeah, nice to have him back, right? Obviously for the team, they're going to be very happy with that, especially with that unfortunate loss for them yesterday.
So far here to get to this point.
Yeah, which obviously can be quite a big spanner in the works, trying to adapt to it. And I think at times as well, you can see there is a lot of pressure on Shell's shoulders, where it kind of feels like he's not able to get as aggro, maybe make as many head-to-heads as you'd want to see from him, where he's trying to sort of think more about the big picture of the round. But when he does try and take risks, man, it's been paying off. So it was why it was kind of, you know, a catch-22 of he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. But anyway, we'll leave the theory for now. We'll dial in. We'll see what we get. Rooster, we're back on Inferno. Another affair where they're one map down. Will it be better this time? The chip damage looks good on the pistol. And honestly, mate, pistols have been their bag.
Let's see if they can find it again. Macca, no holds barred. Happy just to go for plentiful repeaks there at mid. And we're going to see the full rotation over to A. Thinking it's a hard read. And I guess they're happy to try and retake B, which is what they might end up having to do. Rooster all here. And at the moment, making the right choice. But now we've got mid aggression coming through, which is going to be a wealthy amount of information for 3D Max. And they're going to try to fight this one. Push through the smoke now. Exercise going to be able to take that first blood and give themselves a man advantage. Body looking to put him up over the top to try and fight another freebie. Missed chances, missed opportunities, but the bomb will go down.
One planted, but retake rearing its head against Rooster. Exercise up close in the smoke with a backup of body, but he's almost left broke, low on health. Ooh, smoke fades. Quick trades back over, and suddenly it falls onto Terry in the 1v2. Got the Glock ready for the engage. They're trying to bait him to swing round, but he won't be reeled in yet. Sees Graviti, quick dip back, takes heavy damage on it. They bait the peak, time short. That's the additional pressure on top. Macca tries to jump on the bomb. Quick snap from Terry. Finds the lineup for the headshot as well. Oh, in the nick of time, Terry takes it home.
And another pistol, another successful one. Thanks to the heroics of Terry at the end. From a man disadvantage and the 3-man smoke fade. Almost went wrong there, but Terry managed to catch a headshot.
Hey, that's kind of sick to see as well, though, dude, because that's Terry also being, like, physically amped up, right? It was TJP that had to keep kind of, like, getting him back into the game before. That's a feels-good round, man. That could be gigantic for Terry.
Now, as long as the server stays stable, we'll see if they can feed off the momentum today here. Oh, Terry copping a bit of damage there. Famis peeking straight through the bedroom. And there's already been a chunk of damage done on the Rooster here, so it might not be smooth sailing like we were hoping. You know, Inferno, that is, it's definitely another map that does warrant the ability to force on the CT side in that second round. Especially when they do manage to take out 4 of the Ts in the meanwhile, just to get the extra utility on board. And it's a good read. Early rotation to stack the B site, and the bomb starting to gravitate its way this direction. Lots of util available for Rooster to go for the full commit if they want. We'll see what Slimy does at mid instead, and if it is just going to be orders tested, the MAC-10's looking like they will be the first to make their way in. Flash, ineffective, and there's that crossfire that they were maybe hoping to avoid. It is a mop-up on aisle B. Rooster all across the floor, and Slimy looking just to knock at the door of a save with this Galil.
God, yeah, that's a rough one to swallow, mate. Like you said, clean-up job for someone there. 3D Max, apparently. They were on the janitorial duty and walk away with an easy round straight back in. You know, it was one of the worrying signs we had versus G2 from the T side of Rooster as well. Yeah. The big Rooster on screen there. Good work, everyone. But yeah, the fact that they were just sort of headbutting towards B multiple rounds, where it felt like it was like running down the brick wall quite consistently. If they fall into that trap as well, some uncomfortable B takes early, not the dream. But hey, reset the momentum from the pistol. It's back to a 1-1. So for 3D Max, they're going to be chuffed. Obviously, you've got to force back into it a bit. We get the one Galil, couple tags. Terry with the deke. Bit of space being made towards top banana. Chell goes in. Sees if he can find anything for his troubles. Hoping you're going to get that overextension at mid, but no one swings for Slimy.
Now it's just a slower, patient game. Rooster just allowing the utility to bleed out from 3D Max. We're happy to do so, just to try to figure out what the game plan is from the Cox.
Where will they rise? It's the question. Flash over from the Cox, making their move round on quad side. Quick molly back to try heat things up and send them packing. Down mid side, it's Body in the back who finds TJP. Lucky up close. And so far, so good. Answering every test, keeping this round clean, so it should be free with no rebuys. 3D Max get through that one. Oh, that was innovative.
Yeah, that was quick thinking. Just really changing up the fist bump game. Playing happy slappy. We'll see what the future holds for 3D Max. Couple of Glocks on the board, and Jackie, I think it's a great time to remind everyone again that the DHL mailbag is open for business. If you want to get your questions in, if you want to submit your macaroni art, which we were discussing yesterday, DHL mailbag at efg.gg, and that's the round.
It was good. It supported the read, the mailbag read. It was just in time, so it actually kind of fit perfectly for that one. But yeah, I hope we could get some in, man. I don't know, if macaroni art is really viable, but if someone put the hours in, dedicated the time to make some nice CS themed macaroni art, at least just EPL themed, you know what I mean? Do something from the culture of CS, throw it at us. That'd be fun. You get it shipped to your Mac. We could put it up.
Oh hell yeah!
Nail it to the green screen.
I think there is submissions for people to send in to the mainstream, to the ESL studio to get your submissions and clothes and everything over on the mainstream. So if you have any of that paraphernalia, send it over there.
Well, we've got some shipments arriving at Banana, but it's all 3D Max. So Rooster losing out there. The postman's arrived, taking away 2 players, ASAP and TJP gone. Body's got Banana control. Should be a bit of a walkthrough of a round here, realistically. Bit of a gap towards brackets if they can find a play, but it's on Terry's shoulders.
Oh, there's the info. Good nade placement. Incent. Just to keep the fight here at Banana, you can see that 3D Max, they are backing themselves. Even with the potential man disadvantage, but off the back of the incent. Fall back, create the space. Give a teensy bit of map control back to Rooster. Mac are going to go for the longer rotate just to try to keep Rooster guessing as to how many numbers are here. Galil leaves accuracy to be desired. Lucky and Body both falling, and now an opportunity. But with that bomb getting planted, Macca has nothing left in the magazine to try and deny. So it's just retake territory. Let's see if 3D Max can get another across the line.
Running it back all over again. Chell inside of Ruins is good. Rips heavy with the first. That's taking down Graviti. So an important scalp to find, but still a 2v2 to contend with. Both of them have kits as well. Exercise playing inside of the smoke. HE into the back line. On target, Slimy's low. In the meanwhile, Chell goes down. And the Slime Man do it. Oh, the spray. They line up for him. It's so tight on the time as well, but it's barely going to get over the line for Exercise. Another round locked in the 1v1.
Close, but no cigar. Unfortunate for everyone watching from Oceania, but look, it's good damage to the CT economy. So if you're playing the long game, you're getting that bomb plant down, you got the maxed round loss bonus now. That's another gun bite. If you want it, they're actually just going to go for a Hero AK on ASAP and then just hedge their bets with Tech 9s and utility. And we're going straight through the phase smoke here. Spray from Lucky. to be disrespected. Only with 8 bullets left in the mag. We'll fall back and reinforce brackets as all 3 of the 3D Max members here were ready for the mid pop. Even calling Graviti across with the A4 to bring some extra bullets to the party. Good timing on the flash. Reactive utility, maybe not as effective as they wanted, but the incense stops him on the corner, and Graviti happy just to keep on fighting fire with fire. Exercise as well, picks his fight perfectly. The timing on the push couldn't have been better to trade out and win yet another round for the French.
Yeah, Rooster just sort of throwing themselves at the problem right now and hoping to speed it up, go for a bit of a quicker style of CS, catch them off guard. Thought they had the right idea with the flashes over, get a bit of control on Arch and then peek in, but setup just repelled them instantly. Incendiary was good, backstab timing from Exercise as well to fight from brackets. Yeah, bodies yelling. Mate, we remember that all too well. Yeah, if he starts coming back out, TJP will be all too quiet with that one.
Oh, sending the message as well. In the form of that AK bullet. TJ. 007 right now. Slower start to the series than what we had from him yesterday for sure, and Body just wants to keep on fighting here, but it looks like ASAP didn't quite spot Body in front of all the util, and that's going to be the package. Dropped at Banana. Instant rotation out of Lucky just to reinforce the Banana control. And it's going to be a long end to the round here for Rooster.
Another one of these, you know, it feels like this is sort of the CS they've been playing for kind of the past sort of, 12 rounds, realistically, going back even into Overpass, just forced into uncomfortable early scenarios where 3D Max get the picks. You've got to save it out to have any kind of economy to play with.
Yeah.
And some arduous CS, bro. So it's got to be draining to keep sort of energy up.
At least on Inferno, the observers have chickens to fight.
There's a good few chickens hidden across most maps, actually. You can find one on Dust too that's like just a little graffiti of a chicken on Short. Pretty sure there's one on Overpass as well. There's like the ancient chicken you can find on Ancient. There's a whole load of like weird little hidden chickens still okay. So they're always there. They're always around. But you never really know. I mean, the chickens we wanted to be seeing here, though. Not really ruling the roost right now. That's been all 3D Max.
There you have it. Well, when we asked for some facts earlier, we did actually get sent... I did ask for some French facts, and we got one.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. It could be real, it could be fake. You can fact check it if you want. French is the official language in 26 countries.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
I'm going to fact check it.
Look
Let's
it
see
up,
which
man.
countries, yeah.
See if it's plausible. See if it's true. Is it tenable, Mac?
I think it could be tenable.
All right, there you go. The Mac fact check has come through. And we have word on how many countries speak French.
I've got 24. Is that what he said? 24?
I think he said 26, no?
26,
Are we missing 2 countries?
Well, we could be missing 2 countries.
Maybe. Have a look down the back of the sofa just in case.
Yeah.
Do you know the local language they speak in Inferno right now?
I assume it's Italian?
It's probably French, mate. 3D Max will win.
Yeah. I think that checks out as well. Well, there you have it. No, Wikipedia does say 26, so we'll take it. Can't find all 26 countries, but there's an amount.
Oh, there's an amount of bodies on the floor as well. Handcrafted by that man. That was beautiful.
Bomb has been planted.
Graviti boosted up just to try and seal the deal. Rooster at least able to get to the hurdle of the bomb being planted again, but it's going to take a crazy effort out of Chell, and he is not allowed an extra shot out of that AK. So there you have it. 4 alive at the end of it, and 7 now on the CT side. It is looking pretty much like a spitting image of what we saw from Rooster yesterday. Big pistol, and then nothing off the back of it.
This was nice. I mean, not nice if you're a Rooster fan, at least. If there's any of those, you turning up a little bit late, of course, letting us know. Make sure we're aware of your presence so we can mark you as being here for the day. You get your stamp on exit from this game. You'd hate to see Roosters exiting this one soon. They need to just pipe back up. But it's kind of the storyline that I was worried they'd fall into, right? T-side start, you're going into it. It's hard, can't get a bit of a move on. Another round here, you're playing with Tex. Try go a bit more pacey. Terry creates a little bit of space onto Maka. Steals the AWP as well. Shots in the backside. Getting a little bit panicky now.
Ooh, lucky. Going down on the long wrap. Let's see if Exercise can single-handedly hold onto the A site. Spotting his position is good for Rooster to try to collapse upon it, but they're just going to be going through the smoke and hoping that they can find him. But look at this timing. Exercise, the smoke gremlin finally found as Rooster double their round count and give themselves some hope towards the end of the half. Oh, they're going fast apps. There you go. Call's been leaked.
It's gone through. Let's see if they commit to it. Fast play. Hit them heavy. Yeah, it's felt like a bit of a weird T-half from them so far, but Tech Pause coming in here. The curse of the Roosters following them. So hopefully that one will get resolved. We'll get back into it. Any kind of buffer you can get at all. Best case scenario. Just squeeze out a couple rounds, man.
Yeah.
Get that sweet juice out of the rounds.
Graviti was pointing at something, so I think it's on the 3D Max side of things. Sounds like we are live, rip-roaring and ready to go. Rooster looking to lock in a few more here. Still got, what, like 2 more rounds back-to-back before they can maybe even think about breaking the CT economy.
Yeah, it's not going to get any easier for them. Specifically here as well, dude. Like Banana, it's literally just been throw smoke, hold left click, 3D max of 1 Banana every time. Again, they push off the back of it. Sap reads it at least. It's a good tap straight into the smoke. So Graviti, up to his old tricks, finally pays the price this time.
Long smoke answered with the mid smoke. Utility damage going out the wazoo for Rooster in terms of taking it, which isn't a skill you want to be good at. Body. Oh, just tanking that molly. Happy to go down with the ship, but is that going to be a costly mistake? We'll find out as the round timer is getting squeezed further and further. And it's going to be the A site under fire, so Exercise again going to be tested. 9 and 2. And in pit, there's no molly for Rooster to make their way forward. It's just going to be contact, and it should be a free pick. He's tucked in. He's locked in even. Eyes on that position. The one tap, the second. And this is looking very rough for Terry, who's committed to the planned reverse default. That is perfection. Anchoring the site like a champion. Exercise, putting an 8th on the board.
Yeah, just isolates every fight. The first snap as well into the low HP player was clinical. Follow-up's great. And then reads it nicely to isolate Terry, knowing how tight time was for him. He had no other call to make. It's a big round. Lovely defense. And it's one as well where, you know, you can rep exercise in this kind of spot, right, with the rotate off just in case it was the late flank back to B. So it's a big round from him to close it. There we go. Bit of a react from Body. But for Roosters, bro, it's so much worse. Again, it's like a little punch to the teeth, right? You're thinking, oh, we had a big advantage in that round, literally just been owned. The 1v3 towards site. Don't really have many opportunities left. We're back in here, all from Chell towards mid-side, but Maka just standing in the flames. He's ready for that banana peak. TJP rips the head off.
It's a good opening. Few and far between. And now it looks like Terry and Slimy were trying to set themselves up this Halls pop. That's been a harder one to execute since the railing's been put back on the Inferno balcony. Getting diverted by the smoke. And the A site looking to be the target. Smoke on long. Maybe just the full pump up short. And there's a solid crossfire between Pit as well as balcony, but Exercise falling this time. Maybe they don't expect Graviti still here. Up on the rafters. Man's just waiting, hoping he can find a few more, and that's going to be more than enough for sure. Slimy 1v2 angle. And just trying to figure out where that next man is, but caught in the open. Graviti again. Beautiful scenes from him. Lovely work. Lovely anchoring. And 3D Max, it feels like they just can't put a single foot wrong.
Nah, man, everything's in a line right now. Rooster making it a little bit easier for them as well by not clearing the angle towards top Balk, but the fact that he hits all of his shots and lives through it, it goes to show, you know, Graviti really has had an incredible amount of impact. Even in that series loss that we had for 3D Max, he was the one dragging them, kicking and screaming through so many opening duels to keep them in rounds. Big name player, Maka here. Ooh. Back in the seat, trying to make a quick snatch at the hand down mid with the AWP. But no tags done onto that one. Exercise with the A1S left behind him as well for a quick switch if he needs to make a getaway and favors the rifle.
They got the money for it, so why not? Although, lovely jiggle. Buying space for Slimy to get that opening, but again, Rooster have been struggling to convert even with these man advantages. Time after time, just still walking into the stacked site. See if the read can be better this time. Maka, slow on the flick. Couldn't quite connect onto Terry, who's still drawing a lot of attention over towards this A site. He's thinking about going for the repeat onto the same line. Maka invested in clearing out Boiler. The angle favors him as Terry is unable to shoot right back. Good timing on the flash. Denying Body a chance to see a damn thing. As Graviti makes a bit of noise over towards Oranges, hoping that some flashes can come through in time. Able to find the single, but lucky through the smoke. The refrag is good. 20 seconds on the clock, and Chelios not wanting to commit to a plant. Not until Slimy's a little closer. And he commits to it as well. An odd position for the plant to go down. And aware that without any peek coming from the CT side, it's probably ruins that he has to focus on.
Nearly finds Lucky on the clear as well, off the back of the molly timing. Maka and Lucky. They're going to set this one up together. They want to go for the flash over through ruins and then pop in towards the bomb site. Doesn't do anything, the blind shell. Right on target, Lucky goes down. Maka knows he's got to make a play. Nothing that can be done. So they'll squeeze that one out with a clutch. Let's see what they've got for us going into the second half.
A brutal first half for the Oceanic boys to deal with, especially off that big play on the pistol again from Terry. But this seems to be the ode of Rooster, right? It's constant success on these pistols, but then the follow-up on the easier rounds, in theory, it just ain't working as expected. And we got a faster one. We're straight up short, straight through the mid-smoke flashes, enabling the pressure. But do they expect the pit and bulk setup? A couple of whipped shots will be brought back eventually. Zap turned it into a 2-for-1 as Graviti finds another.
Hey, Slimy's still alive though, man. He could be a problem in pit. Oh, it's going wrong though, Mac. The clash is back. It's only Slimy. I was hoping he'd pop off on a push around quad side. It felt like that was a prime angle for him. He's been doing it every game. All down to the 1v2 then this time. It's a race towards B.
Graviti feeling it already with 3. Crab walks in. Has his head to play with this time. Slimy is hunting, but there's a hard crossfire between CT and Oranges. I don't know if there's going to be a good shot for Slimy to make this one work. Baiting, waiting, but it's Graviti to take another, and that's 10 on the board. And a rough scoreline to try to play back from. I think this warrants the force to try and take the dub. You really need to try to shift that momentum as the CTs.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. Again, it's another one of those where it feels like Sap pops off right from like balcony side, but as soon as Slimy gets smoked off in pit, there was just no play to be made. Like late round, he was just completely isolated. There was no follow-up. Damn, it's a shame as well. It's usually so crisp in those sort of scenarios. Like you were sort of G'ing up. That's the way they've been getting themselves any kind of stock into these games as well. They've been winning these pistols. So losing that one, could really start to haunt them now. You're getting into the reality of the situation. That you're staring a 10 scoreline in the face for 3D Max here on the map. With that first map win already under their belts, this could be you going 0-2 at EPL off the back of this loss now.
Push in. Body. We've got that HE off to double up. Lovely little trade. But the pistols don't quite do enough. It looks good. Theoretically winnable for Chelios here. But it's all a matter of timing. And if he can get that pick onto Maka and maybe even pick up one of the weapons that are just laying down in front of him here, Mac 10 would be nice. Galil would be better, but he's gone for neither or. Oh, and makes a bit of noise in the meanwhile. Accidentally picked one up as he walked over it, didn't realize, and gives up the element of surprise, overcooks it.
Yo, by the way, did that nade kill him from impact?
It felt like they were staggered. No. There you go. They both blew up, right?
Was it 2 nades or was it Body's? Because it was Body. I thought Body's nade hit him on the jump. But yeah, maybe not. It just looked weird. It looked really weird. I thought it literally tagged him as he jumped. So Body's nades killed him from impact, then blown up and killed the second guy. It looked like he just straight noob tubed him.
I'll tell you in a second. We'll roll it back on stream and I'll see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because he was low. So, because I think you can do up to like 3 points of damage. Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild.
The way I was baffled, I was looking at it, I was like pretty sure that's an impact kill. Because I heard the, you know, when you die to like a nade hitting you. I was really confused. I was like, how's he got both of the frags? Didn't have 2 nades.
That's wild. Yeah, chaotic scenes. Double kill with a nade off the back of the impact is something you don't see every day. And yeah, first gun round, not going Rooster's way, back to the save territory, and it's looking like one of the more one-sided games I've seen in a long time here in Counter-Strike 2. Unfortunate for the Oceanic boys to be on the back of it, but I think at this point it's kind of expected, and 3D Max, they are showing that they have a bit of reckoning. They got places to be, and they've got some points to prove.
Yeah, it does feel like we're starting to reach the ending chapter on this one now. It's been very quiet from the Roosters. 3D Max just been kind of in cruise control. Body's reinventing how to use HEs. Just noob tubing off top banana for entries. Some madness, man. There's been some clean plays as well from a lot of the individuals on this team. The chickens in spawn running to hide, so let's see if the Roosters have got anything left on their CT side here. Round 16 live and kicking. Chell with a peek down mid-side, but they've already beat him on the timing.
Banana control, high priority. Oh, and that molly's going to force TJP to fight, so he don't get nothing done. Nades on the corner, whittle him down, make it light work for Macca to get that one going. ASAP hiding on the middle of the site, and there's slow rotations. Feels like comms might be off here. ASAP getting two. Could salvage the round, but it's still going to be difficult. Deep smoke over towards CT. Disrespected as Terry goes through solo. Chelios as well, hunting for anything. And it's going to be another chaotic one. Chelios found. Taps from Body. Just laying down the law, and this is the beginning of the end. Slimy 1v3, revealing his position. And it's looking unlikely that a clutch could come through unless they give him a couple of picks like that. Graviti. Peeking into the pre-fire. Slimy just going loud. Knows that time is not on his side. He does have a kit. He does have a flash. But he does have a two-man stack set up right in front of him. And that is looking way too easy for 3D Max on Inferno. Rooster sent down to the 0-2 bracket. But 3D Max with Macca back looking like a beautiful roster of the French.
Yeah, hit him with a full power 3D Max.